Let me share a chapter from my life. I'm Lizzie, and at 38, I was a manager in a busy office. My life was comfortable, with a nice home and a beloved cat. But beneath the surface, a quiet loneliness often settled. My friends were building families, and I sometimes felt my own life was simply too still. Then Rowan arrived. He was the new designer, tall with kind brown eyes and a smile that seemed to light up the room. My boss asked me to show him around, and as I guided him through the office, a feeling I hadn't experienced in years stirred within me. His desk was close to mine, and I found myself watching him, drawn to his easygoing nature and sharp mind. We started talking about work, then movies, music. We discovered a surprising number of shared interests, from old rock to a love for animals, despite my cat and his big dog. I knew he was younger, probably around 28, a decade my junior. My rational mind screamed that he was too young, that I was his boss, and this was simply inappropriate. But my heart, long quiet, had other ideas. One evening, working late on a big project, everyone else had gone home. The office was hushed, just the two of us. As we finished, Rowan looked at me, his usual bright smile replaced by a serious expression. He confessed he wanted to ask me something not about work. My heart pounded. He nervously invited me to dinner that Saturday. My mind raced with all the reasons to say no, the age gap, the workplace dynamic. But my heart, yearning for connection, whispered yes. Yes, Rowan, I heard myself say. I'd like that very much. His smile returned, bigger and brighter than before. We agreed to keep it our secret. That first date was magical. We talked for hours, and the age difference, the office, all my fears simply faded away. I felt like a woman enjoying the company of a wonderful man. When he held my hand walking me home, it felt utterly right. And so, our secret romance began. We met every weekend, always careful, always far from our usual haunts. In the office, we maintained a professional distance, me the boss, him the employee. It was incredibly difficult to pretend, to suppress the laughter when he sent a funny email, to act serious when all I wanted was to be open. My best friend Kate noticed the change in me. "Lizzie, you look different," she observed over coffee. "So happy. Is there someone new?" I lied, my face flushing, scared of what she might think. I was terrified of judgment. From Kate, from colleagues, from everyone. People would talk, I thought. They'd say I was too old, that he was only interested in my position or money. The secret, however, couldn't last. One Friday in the parking lot, Rowan quickly kissed my cheek, a moment of unguarded affection. Just then, a colleague, Anna, known for her gossip, closed her car door nearby. Did she see us? My blood ran cold. The following Monday, the office atmosphere was thick with unspoken words. Whispers followed me. Eyes darted away when I met them. I felt a knot of dread tightening in my stomach. My boss called me in, his face stern. He confirmed the rumors, reiterating that our relationship was unprofessional and damaging to my reputation and the company's. He warned that people were accusing me of using a younger worker. I left his office feeling small, humiliated, and sick with worry. The whispers continued, like poison in the air. I overheard a colleague say, "She's almost 40. He's just a boy. It's bad." That word, bad, pierced me deeply. Was our love truly bad? I retreated to the bathroom, tears streaming down my face. The office problem was now very real. But the workplace issues were just the beginning. I knew I had to tell my parents before they heard it from others. Over Sunday dinner, I confessed I was seeing someone. Their initial smiles vanished when I revealed Rowan was 28. 28? My mother repeated, aghast. Lizzie, you're 38. My father's voice turned cold. What are you doing? A 10-year difference? He's from a different generation. They dismissed Rowan as only interested in my money or career, convinced he couldn't genuinely love a woman my age. They didn't listen to my defense of his kindness or intelligence. They only saw the numbers, judging me as foolish. I felt utterly alone. My parents, like my colleagues, had judged me. Rowan, meanwhile, told me his family was surprised but accepting and eager to meet me. This contrast only amplified my sense of isolation. A wall was building between us, constructed by my own family's disapproval. The pressure mounted. The office whispers never ceased, and my parents' calls were constant, always circling back to Rowan's age. I grew exhausted, the constant noise in my head eroding my confidence. Slowly, I began to internalize the negative opinions. Maybe my mother was right. Maybe Rowan, at 28, didn't understand the gravity of a long-term relationship. Perhaps this was just a game for him, and he would soon leave me for someone younger. These dark thoughts consumed me. One evening, Rowan was at my place, cheerfully recounting a story about his dog, but I wasn't truly listening. I was lost in my own anxieties. He stopped, his smile fading. Lizzie, are you okay? You seem far away. Then all my pent-up fear and anger erupted. I'm not okay, Rowan. Do you know what this is like for me? At work, I'm a joke. My parents think I'm stupid. I've jeopardized my job and my family because of you. Rowan looked utterly shocked and deeply hurt. Lizzie, I know it's hard, but we're in this together. We can face these problems as a team. No, you don't know. You're 28. This is exciting for you. It's new. For me, it's my reputation, my whole life. Everyone thinks you're using me. Do you think that? Do you believe I'm using you? I froze. In my heart, I knew he wasn't. I knew he loved me. But in that moment, overwhelmed by the weight of everyone else's opinions, I couldn't think clearly. I don't know what to think anymore. That was the worst thing I could have said. Rowan stood up, his shoulders slumped, his face etched with sorrow. I love you, Lizzie. I don't love your age or your job. I love you, the woman who loves old rock music and talks to her cat. If you can't see that, then I don't know what to do. He walked slowly to the door, not looking back. Maybe you need some time to think about what you really want. Then he left. The soft click of the door echoed terribly in the sudden, profound silence. I was alone, having pushed away the one person who truly made me happy. A deep, cold emptiness settled over me. The days that followed were agonizing. My home felt hollow. Work was meaningless. The whispers at the office, once so hurtful, now seemed insignificant. Nothing mattered without Rowan. I missed his laugh, his morning coffee, the comfort of his hand in mine. My heart ached for him. I spent countless hours reflecting, alone in my quiet apartment. Slowly, a profound realization dawned. The real problem wasn't my colleagues or my parents. The true obstacle was me. I had been afraid. I had allowed the fears and negative opinions of others to become my own, letting external voices dictate my choices. One afternoon, feeling utterly lost, I called Kate. It was difficult, but I poured out everything: our secret love, the office rumors, my parents' anger, and the terrible fight that drove Rowan away. Kate listened patiently. When I finished, she didn't say, "I told you so." Instead, she asked a simple, powerful question. "Lizzie, forget your parents, your boss, everyone else. Just answer this. When you're with Rowan, are you happy?" Tears streamed down my face. "Yes, Kate. More happy than I've been in years. He makes me feel alive." "And when you're without him, like now, are you happy?" "No, I'm completely miserable." "Well, it sounds pretty simple to me. Your happiness is with him. So what are you going to do about it?" Kate's words were a beacon of clarity. It was so simple. Why had I made it so complicated? I loved Rowan, and he loved me. That was the only truth that mattered. I was a strong, capable woman who had built a good life. Why was I letting other people's fears and gossip destroy my own happiness? I wiped away my tears, a new strength blooming inside me. I wouldn't be a victim of rumors and fear anymore. I would be brave. I would fight for my love. I would fight for Rowan. My hand steady, I picked up my phone. I knew exactly what I had to do. I called Rowan. He answered quickly, his voice cautious. "Lizzie?" "Rowan, can we talk? Can you meet me?" We met at our favorite park, the same one where we'd had our third date. He was sitting on a bench, watching the ducks. He looked tired. I sat beside him. "Lizzie, Rowan, I am so sorry. Everything I said before was wrong. It was my fear talking, not me. I was afraid of what other people thought. I let their words fill my mind, but being without you is infinitely worse than any whisper or bad look." I took his hand. "The truth is, I don't care about the age difference. I don't care what my family thinks. I don't care what people at work say. I only care about you. I love you, Rowan, and I was stupid to let you go." He looked at me for a long moment, then a slow, familiar smile spread across his face. He gently squeezed my hand. "I love you too, Lizzie. I was just waiting for you to see us clearly." He leaned in and kissed me, right there in the middle of the park, in the middle of the day. I didn't care who saw us. I felt utterly free. The next day, I walked into the office. Rowan met me at the door, took my hand, and we walked to our desks together. People stared, people whispered, but this time, I didn't look down. I looked straight ahead and smiled, holding the hand of the man I loved. A few months later, Rowan joined me for dinner with my parents. He was a little nervous, but he was also strong and kind. He looked at my parents and said, "I know I'm younger than Lizzie, but I love her. I will spend my life making her happy." Then, right there in front of them, he got down on one knee, pulled out a small box, and asked, "Lizzie, will you marry me?" Tears of pure happiness streamed down my face. "Yes, yes, I will marry you." I'm 40 now, and my husband Rowan is 30. We still face challenges sometimes, but we face them together. I learned that love isn't about age or what anyone else thinks. Love is about finding the person who makes your heart truly happy and being brave enough to hold on to that happiness. Marrying a younger man was the bravest and best choice I ever made.